Does call the case. Peninsula Place versus, is it Trellis Lane? Yes.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David King here on behalf of the plaintiff.
Sir, your name?
Sorry, Judge. Trellis Lane.
All right, this is the date for non-jury trial, and this is a non-payment of rent case. How much is the plaintiff claim is owing?
Your Honor, the total balance at this time is $3,320.17 plus court costs of $161.
3,000, I'm sorry, 3,000.
$3,320.17.
All right.
Your Honor,
Sir, of that amount, is there any that you believe that you owe?
All right, folks, buckle up, because today's case is one of those jaw-dropping courtroom moments where reality feels stranger than fiction. On one side, we've got the state of Kansas with Assistant County Attorney Jared Regier, representing the law in all its weight. And on the other, well, Mr. Robinson, who claims he's not just present, but representing the name. Sounds confusing? That's because it is. We're about to dive into one of those sovereign citizen-style arguments where legal definitions are twisted, technicalities are stretched, and patience in the courtroom gets tested to the absolute limit. If you've ever wondered what happens when someone challenges the very foundation of courtroom identity and representation, this is the video you don't want to skip. And trust me, the drama escalates fast. So keep watching as we unpack the bizarre legal maneuvers, the judge's reactions, and why this case matters more than it might seem at first glance.
I was going to ask to object what he was about to say as far as about the numbers, about saying what I owe, but you already answered the question. Ask me the question.
And
I can
Mr.
break
Finn,
down that amount if you want me to, Your Honor.
pardon?
I can break down the amount if you'd like me to.
Just one moment, we'll get to that. Sir, can I ask you, I received the documents from you. Is there a reason why you don't think you owe that amount?
Because it's already been paid, Your Honor. Far as reporting adverse information about a co-signer Act 211 of 1989, Peninsula Place is trying to held me liable as the co-signer when I have an interest and a signature and I'm a natural person. So they're trying to hold liable.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
Just so that I have the background on it. You reside in this unit that's at I think 315B.
Correct.
At 1,000. You reside there.
That's my place of vote.
Well, you live there, right?
Depends on who you're talking about. I'm acting as a consumer. So far as like my I'm there on special appearance and my estate stays there. But as far as a natural man, I don't have no place.
Right here, the judge is about to step in with what sounds like a public service announcement. Now, why would a judge need to make a PSA in the middle of court? Because situations like these, where defendants start redefining legal terms and trying to outsmart the system, are becoming increasingly common. Judges often use these moments not just to control the room, but to educate everyone present, including the audience at home. It's like hitting pause in a chaotic movie to explain the rules of the game. This isn't just courtroom drama. It's a teaching moment in real time.
Okay, so when whoever is in this courtroom leaves here to go to what they would call home, where does this person that's sitting here go?
To my place of vote, Your Honor.
Which is where?
Peninsula Place.
Okay, at the 315B.
Correct.
All right, that's what I need to know. Okay. Do you have a ledger?
And I'll give Mr. Lane a copy also.
Thank you.
And Mr. Fantera, this would be your witness, is
Yes.
that correct? Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we have her and Mr. Lane sworn in, please?
Thank you.
Yeah, what?
Right hand. Swear affirm the testimony you're about to give. Okay.
I do.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Your Honor, could I give you real quick context on that?
Yes, please.
We had a previous case last summer where Mr. Lane received Sarah funds. And when we had I have a copy, I have a case number, I have a copy of the unsigned copy of the COD. That was entered on September 9th. SOS paid his rent through September, and it left a small balance of, I think about $119, which we waived. So the balance, even though it doesn't show it on there because we didn't actually get the SOS check till sometime later, his rent at the end of September was $0.
Got it.
So the total balance that's on there is 5 months of rent at $513, water and sewer bills, electric bills. There's not even any late fees, and then there's 161 in court costs. So I just want to clarify that, in fact, none of this goes back past September 30th. In fact, I don't know if you remember, we actually, when we had the previous case, Mr. Lane had sued Peninsula Place seeking the return of all money he paid forever. And he denied that he owed money, but simultaneously applied for Sarah, and he denied he applied for Sarah. You verified with probably Aaron at the time that he had applied for Sarah. He ended up getting Sarah funds. He would not sign the COD, and then you basically gave him a choice. I'll enter the COD, or we'll have a trial and I'll give you a judgment. But it sounds like he's raising some of the same stuff now that he attempted to raise.
Your Honor, free to speak.
Go ahead, sir.
So, Your Honor, when I applied so at first I didn't know what I was applying.
Listen to that tone. Firm, deliberate, and slightly weary. You can almost hear the judge thinking, here we go again. This isn't their first rodeo with someone trying to sidestep conventional law with unconventional arguments. And while it might sound entertaining to us, remember, this is serious business. Every second spent debating these semantic games is time taken from actual cases, victims waiting for justice, and court resources. That's the real tension in moments like this, the clash between courtroom patience and personal theatrics.
Applied for Sarah funding. I ended up giving my principal information, which was my name, my date of birth, and my social security number. Basically, I'm here today saying that I gave my principal to Peninsula Place and I've never received any consideration.
Your Honor, I don't understand what that means.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Robinson is doubling down on the idea that he's not representing himself, but merely the name. This is a classic sovereign citizen tactic, where the individual tries to separate themselves from their legal identity. Sounds clever in theory, but in practice, it never holds up in court. Judges have seen it all before. Question for you, if you were sitting in that courtroom, would you be rolling your eyes, or would you actually be curious to see how far Robinson tries to take this? Let us know in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll go ahead with the trial. If you're not Trellis Lane, then I'm going to give them a judgment by default because Trellis Lane hasn't shown.
I'm here on special appearance.
No, you can't do that. You are not an attorney at law because you can't appear for somebody else. So my question is, and I'll ask it again, are you Trellis Lane?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, Mr. Lane, October of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
did you pay rent to the landlord?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and how did you pay that?
I'm paying with my credits that's on file. So I sent instructions back in May, basically to get my account zero every month.
Do what?
I sent instructions back in May, then I sent another one to December to the CEO,
The CEO of what?
American Campus Communities. Saying it right. So he's seen my email, so he's aware of what's going on. Basically, like I say, I'm looking for consideration. I have not been getting no consideration, no adequate consideration.
Your
Well,
Honor,
you get adequate consideration for the contract and any payment by virtue of the fact that you have a residence. So I don't think consideration is even an issue.
But Your Honor, I have several questions.
Well, you can go ahead and ask your questions, but I don't know. Let me just ask this. October 2022, how did you pay your rent?
I paid with my took the bill, I endorsed it.
Did you give them cash?
We don't have,
We being whom?
I'm saying, it's a credit system, Your Honor.
So what?
Credit system. We don't.
So who's in charge of this credit system?
So who's in charge?
Surely.
I mean, we haven't had money since 1933, the American Bacon Act.
We being whom?
As
Who are you talking about when you say we haven't had money? Who is we?
far as like the United States haven't had money since 19.
Oh, they definitely have. And I spent my
Notice how quickly the judge cuts this off. That sharp interruption isn't rudeness, it's control. Courtrooms thrive on structure, and the judge is the ultimate authority in maintaining it. When someone starts to derail proceedings with endless word games, the judge has two choices: entertain the circus or shut it down. Clearly, this judge isn't buying tickets to the show. The snapback is both a warning and a reset. Stay on track or face consequences.
I don't know. You're saying you gave them credit.
Yes.
In what form did you give them credit in the month of October 2022?
Then credit, I took the bill, which they give me a bill every month, which is a statement. I take the statement. If you want to, I can show you what
yeah,
I'm doing.
I know what he's referring to. Can I?
At this point, you can feel the frustration building. Robinson's refusal to acknowledge the court's framework isn't just defiance. It's a direct challenge to the authority of the judge and the system itself. But here's the twist. The more he resists, the more power the judge has to impose stricter measures. Think of it like a chess match where one player keeps trying the same move, even though the other side has already blocked it 3 times. The tension isn't just legal, it's psychological. Robinson believes he's standing his ground. The judge sees him as stalling. Who wins? The law every time.
Well, show him and then
I got copies for him. Here's what he's getting, Your Honor. We have a third-party billing company called Zigo. And so what they do is every month they bill the utilities. So he gets this bill, and then you'll see at the bottom what he writes is pay to the order of Peninsula Place. And so what he's taken, so for example, the top one says pay to the order of Peninsula Place, $662.12. That amount is his monthly rent plus the $123.12 in utilities that are at the top. There's 3 of these that I've attached. So what he does is he cuts off the bottom and he mails that in as with instructions to pay to the order of Peninsula Place as if that's a check.
have this marked as plaintiff's exhibit and 2. The ledger being 1. But Mr. Lane, you have a copy of what I've marked as plaintiff's exhibit 2. Is what Mr. Fantera described, is that correct? Is that what you do?
Yes, I'm accepting the credits that's given to me and I'm transferring to that.
Who's giving you this credit? They who?
So Peninsula Place, so in the beginning, when I signed up with Peninsula, place, I gave my principal information. So those payments are supposed to come to me as credit. So
What payment?
the payments that's coming every month. So those payments, they're trying to hold me liable for it, and I'm taking the credits that I'm receiving and dishing it back to them, to Vanessa Place.
Nobody's-
I have a,
Who's giving you credit?
he said, who's giving me credit?
Yeah.
I have credit, Your Honor. I have a security interest
In what?
in this so-called contract with Vanessa Place.
Okay. But who's giving you credit? Young man, you keep using these terms, payment, credit, and it seems to me as I'm listening to you that you're using them improperly. So my question is, have you paid anything to the plaintiff in US dollars or anything that evidences US dollars?
No, I haven't paid in US dollars. But
Or anything evidencing US dollars? Like a check, credit card, anything like that?
so this is,
No, that's a yes or no.
can you repeat the question, Your Honor?
Have you, let me just break it apart so we get it real clear. Have you paid for the months of October 2022, November 2022, December 2022, January 2023, or February of 2023? Have you paid to anything to Peninsula Place in US dollars?
No, Your Honor.
Have you paid anything to them that is evidence of an account which holds US dollars?
Yes, Your Honor.
What? And what account is it attached to? You better be careful about answering my question. Because if you're telling me that you gave them or paid them something that evidences an account that can access US dollars, show